until that last part, I was going to ask you, how's this experience different to what many other sort of so-called spiritual experiences where people are told, like love is the answer. I mean, there's a lot of literature and a lot of
Like Eckhart Tolle.
like Eckhart Tolle. Not putting myself in that category, but I've had experiences where for me it's like, oh, it's all love. It's all love on the other side, and or just the essence of God is love. So what can you make a distinction between?
The difference is,
Yeah,
the difference is that people like Eckhart Tolle and the perennial wisdom teach, and this is India, teach that the ultimate reality is the reality of love. I totally get that. I've had my own experiences of that. But so the human being within that tradition is asked to drop their personal identity and to move out into that experience of love, which is beyond any selfhood or identity, and to become one with that. That'll be Sahasrara. Yeah. But that's in the eternal. The West is the soul movement in the West is different. It's not us going out into experiencing ultimate reality, like the neurosurgeon did, as well. That wisdom can be taught for sure. But for us, and what my experience was about that eternity seeking to empty itself, to come into temporality, into the finite, into the infinite emptying itself into the finite. So love seeking to empty itself into the finite, the greater wishes to come into the smaller, and discover itself in existence, you might say. That's our task. That's the drama. That's the foundational archetype. That's what the Old Testament God of power transforming into the God of love through Christ. That's a human being. He sacrificed himself to himself in existence, in the finiteness of a human being. That's the Western path. That's the Western spiritual path. So that's the difference, and it's a whole different ball game, because you're faced with something greater than yourself that wants to come into the finite form, or you can think of it as your body. The body has to be understood properly, but the infinite wants to empty itself into embodied existence or finite existence or history. There's different ways of saying the same thing, and that's the profound difference. That's why our experience of the greater one, the greater being, is different. Notice the Eastern wisdom, basically all the masters say the same thing. The eternal, ultimate reality is love, and will help you get there. It's very much the same. That's why they call it perennial wisdom. We'll show you how to get there, and the latest advocate of that will show you using modern language. But it's the same effort to get out of the Maya and to experience ultimate reality, which is love. We are something very different is happening in the West, where that eternal love wants to break into history, wants to break into its, or if you like, wants to break into its own creation and experience itself as creator and created. These are pretty big terms, but that's my vision is an instance of that.
Could that not be, again, could that not be confused, though? Not confused, but likened to the sort of, I think it's the Samkhya philosophy, where the sort of formless, the let's say the God without any form or essence, attributes, wanting to experience itself, and so that desire kind of creates Shakti, that desires, that it's that first karma, and it's wanting to experience itself through the world, and then
You'd have to give me an example of a story.
oh yeah, I won't be able to tell it as well, but yes, there's Purusha, and let me just
all of that wisdom is basically speaking of goings on in the eternal.
yeah.
And in other words, in the background of existence, you know, like the formation of phenomena, for example, where Shiva and Mount Meru and wraps Sesha, the coiled one, the serpent, around the mountain, and demons and gods pull on either end like a butter churn. The mountain churns away.